And we're live. And we're live, everybody.
Woo!
Is everybody good? Everybody hear everything? Yeah, we're live, guys. Like on screen.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't hear anybody, so I was like, "What
Is everyone here?
Yeah,
we are here. Hello.
Are we all alive? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Technically speaking, none of our characters are alive.
None of our.
You're the only one playing anybody who could remotely consider being alive, and that just depends on the NPC.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So, hello, everyone. Welcome to a special daylight savings edition of Le Bordeaux Sang. We were just talking about how nonsense this whole institution is. But here we are. We're glad to be doing this. We're glad for those of you who are able to join us right now. Certainly, we're looking forward to seeing everyone on our regularly scheduled session, not in 2 days Sunday, but in 9 days Sunday, so in a Sunday in a week. That will also be our last episode of season 1. And there will be big things. Wah ha 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 ha, motherfuckers. Let's go around, introduce who we are and who we're playing in no particular order.
All right. Well, if in no particular order, I'm Emily. I'm playing the character of Genevieve Tomlin.
I guess I'll go. I'm Deanna. I'll be playing the role as Anais, who is now vaccinated for the vampire disease. For what would you call like a disease for vampires?
There's actually canon precedent for vampires being able to contract a number of bloodborne diseases.
All right, so
Anais
is vaccinated for human
dengue
disease,
fever,
rabies, vampire rabies.
Yeah, vampire rabies. I like that. Dengue fever is what I said.
My name is Wendy, and I'm playing the character of Marie Suzette de Griffincourt.
And I am Jim, playing the character of Roland, the Irish soldier of fortune.
My name is Gabe, and I get to play their consequences, and that's going to be a lot of fun this week. A few announcements, of course. Thank you to Secrets of the Masquerade for writing some excellent supplements. We are basing this game on Bordeaux by Night, which is a player's guide and storyteller's guide available on drivethrurpg.com. We'll have links in the notes and stuff. Go check it out. Some really cool stuff. I am proud to say that I'm taking some creative liberties with it, but definitely check it out. And it's even just fun to go through with your own red yarn and find all the connections. Also, just want to thank Secrets for being the Batman to my Robin and the Mephisto to my Faust. This game is only as cool as I'm going to be able to make it, on my end at least, because of them. And of course, this game is only ever as good as it will ever be because of our fantastic players. This is a horror game. This is not a power fantasy. So, if you are disinclined to icky things, just practice discretion. We will have some body horror this week as we follow up from the shenanigans in the graveyard from last session. And depending on how far we go, there may be some evidence of kidnapping and assault of a really unpleasant nature, but we'll keep that not graphic in accordance with our lines and veils. But just want to let you know that might get referenced. Anything else anyone want to say before we get rolling?
Just so y'all know, we're going to be back to our regular schedule next week. Please follow us on Twitter at Al Bordeaux, which is AU_Bordeaux, BORDEAUX. And we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/LeBordeaux, same title as the show. So if y'all want to support us over there, that'd be great. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we were able to have Sage Stafford last session, who is awesome, and you should definitely check them out. They play on the Venture Maidens, and they run the Rising Hunger, available, I think, on Twitch and YouTube. Check them out; they're super cool. But we were able to have them as a guest vamp, partly because of our financial support, and we would love to do more stuff like that. We would love to get everyone green screens so that you don't have to stare at my nasty ass basement all the time, stuff like that. And we can do that when you support us. So if you enjoy what we're doing here, if you think this is a cool thing, please at least consider it. And also share us around. Like if you think we're some funny ass shit, or some gross ass shit, either way, whatever you like, no kink shaping here. Share us around on social media with your friends, retweet us on Twitter. Just tell your friends that, I'm going to go watch these crazy fuckers play vampires for a few hours, and it's going to be great. Even that really helps us out.
Yeah. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit. Sorry, guys. So are we ready to start?
Yeah. So let's tell us a story about vampires. When last we left our darling little coterie here, there had just been a shootout in a graveyard involving an angry ghost, some really gross ghosts, some trigger-happy mortals, and a couple of necromancers. And a thaumaturge, a blood mage. Hugo Laurent was a visiting Giovanni vampire, renowned for his expertise dealing with spooks, specters, and ghosts. He came to Bordeaux under pretenses of helping the court recover one of its lost members, someone who had been killed during the Sabbat raid, named Thomas Dorieux. And turns out he didn't just want to recover Thomas, he wanted to keep Thomas trapped in a book. Claudia, who was a coterie member of Thomas, was not so happy with this plan, so she kind of lost her shit. And in the ensuing drama, Thomas turned into a specter, summoned other specters to fuck up everyone's day, and well, it'll be up to you all to figure out what the hell is going on with Katerina, the other Giovanni, who is local to Bordeaux. As we had left things, Hugo had turned over the book that Thomas' spirit is bound to in exchange for being allowed to leave in one piece, and with his limbs the appropriate length.
That was my bad.
Or you're good, Or
my good, but we're going to have to have a little conversation about that.
Yeah, that's coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd recovered the book. Katerina was bound after a fashion and getting deposited into Claudia's, the back of Claudia's car. She's got a station wagon. Lord Novo is there as well, and she's kind of recovering from some sort of necromantic power that had been inflicted on her. The mortals that had been rescued have bugged the fuck out. And there are a few dead bodies, but there are no more ghosts. One Giovanni has run off. One has been loaded into a trunk. And that is what the camera pans up to from a bunch of blood-sprayed grass.
Anyone else hungry?
What the hell was that?
I mean, there was a specter.
No. What you just did. I only know of one clan that can do that, and it sure as fuck ain't Toreador.
Oh, yeah, about that. Huh? Yeah, surprise? Look, I have some very good reasons, okay?
You don't go anywhere. We have bigger problems right now, but you don't go anywhere.
That you can't see. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm good. Look,
Or-
I want you to understand that you don't have to stake me, and I think you know you don't have to stake me or I'd be staked right now. But yeah, I'm perfectly willing and perfectly amenable to explaining everything. Promise.
Jenny, watch them. I'm going to go and... Shit.
Sure.
I'm going to go and desecrate these corpses.
Yeah, that may as well happen.
I can help with that if you
No,
want.
I'm gonna make it look like this was a drug buy. I mean, if people
I
walk
could help
around
with
and
that. I could put a little few bruises on the, track marks.
Sure.
they've already been shot, so call that Setite piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. I think I have his number.
That
somewhere.
bartender. Ask him to get some of those bath salts.
All right, let me call him up.
You call Rami?
Yeah, can I do that?
Oh yeah. You got his number. He is happy to give pretty ladies his number.
Yeah. Hello, handsome. How are you?
Oh, darling, I did not recognize the number. What can I do for
Right,
you?
I forgot. Yeah, no, I'm on a burner phone for reasons. It's ridiculous. You know how it is. But look, I'm on a graveyard, and where are we going?
It's called Chartreuse.
Chartreuse. And yeah, so we had a bit of a dust up here. And it just got crazy. And you know how that can be, right?
I've heard tales.
Yeah, no, I'm totally paying. I can pay for it. I can pay for it. It's on me. But if you could bring some bath salts around so we can make it look like a drug deal gone wrong, that would be great.
Well, this is different.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know
can
it's short notice. I wouldn't have asked, but a certain idiot decided to bring a bunch of armed other idiots to this thing that wasn't supposed to involve any armed idiots. And I really would appreciate it, though. It would be. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I can send someone by. Tell you what. Her name is Claudette, or at least that's what she'll say her name is. Chartreuse. Meet her by the east entrance. May take her some time.
All right, yeah. Let me just check. East entrance, guys. Girl named Claudette's gonna just bring it over. Should I just give the cash to her? Or do you want me to just like Venmo you the money? I can do it like right now if you want me to.
No.
I'll pay extra
That's
if you
not how
can hasten it at
no.
all.
No, just get me back some other time. I'm sure there's something you can do for me.
Oh, I bet there is. All right. I appreciate it. Great deal. Thank you so much.
Bonsoir, Belle.
Mwah, darling. All right, yeah. We're gonna have a bunch of bath salts brought over. You know what? I bet I could get. I bet we could get the prince to. We could get Boyer to foot the bill for this even because he's gonna be really happy with us. I think.
Could we?
I think we might be able to. Especially with what he might even just take it out of Katarina's accounts, the idiot's accounts. So, let's be honest here.
Is there any way that he can not know that I was involved?
Ooh.
I'll see what I can do to keep you out of it. I'll see what I can do to keep you out of it.
Look. Don't worry. We're going to vouch for you. We've been vouching for you this whole time. We're not going to stop now.
Great. I'm glad that we can vouch for me. He told me earlier tonight, do not cause a scene. Literally hours ago, he threatened my life.
Honey. We're going to be bringing him Katerina Giovanni's head on a platter.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. It means that he's going to love us. He's going to be like, oh my God, what a sexy scene you've made. Thank you so much for making this scene. Look at all this. Can I give you lots of money? That's what it's
okay. Fine.
If you want to bug out, you can.
Yeah, you can. But I wouldn't recommend it because it's going to look, if they find out and it's up, we'll try to cover for you. But it could end up being a thing where they find out anyways, and then it's going to look like you have something underhanded going on. Seriously, sometimes I know we're all secretive about everything, but sometimes being obvious about things you're really not guilty for is the best policy. And you're not guilty of anything, so
At this point, Claudia and Laure are coming back from depositing Katerina in the back of her car.
Mhm.
And Anais, do you still have heightened senses up?
Yeah, I should.
Okay. You notice that there's a very light pinkness under Claudia's eyes, as if she had had something red on her face that she brushed away,
Oh, is she sad?
like she had been crying blood.
Well, that's interesting.
But that aside, she and Laura come back.
Can I go up to her or something?
Yeah.
Hmm?
As they're approaching, you can totally go up to her.
There's something in your eye.
Oh.
What is it?
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'll have to reapply my mascara.
Some deep red mascara you decided to put on during this gory night?
I mean, it's like wearing black. You just want whatever you get on you to blend in.
What do you mean?
Speaking of cover-ups, we need to get our story straight. All of us.
I agree. Yeah, totally. 1 second. Just out of character for a second.
Yep.
I am having a serious technical issue right now. Of all things, Windows Explorer is not working, and I cannot open my character sheet.
Okay.
Somebody could, if you could just send me your character, email me my character sheet real quick, then it won't be too much of a problem right now. But I can't open my character sheet, and I cannot open my lore book, my game book. So that's a bit of an issue right now.
That should not be a problem. Don't worry about that last bit, at least.
Yeah. I don't know why my computer is doing this, but for some reason, Internet Explorer just refuses to open.
It's weird.
Roland is trying to make the wounds look like they were wounds from gunshots and frenzied, drugged-up beatings, as opposed to weird zombie ghosts.
Give me an intelligence plus medicine roll, difficulty 7.
I have that skill. Three successes.
Oh, all right. Okay, so you are absolutely able to hide the actual origin of the wounds on these bodies. It is a little bit gruesome to be doing this, but you have seen and done worse things.
Oh, shh. I believe the character sheet you sent me is the old one. It's not my updated one.
Let me see if I got a different one.
All right, sorry. But yeah, like this one's really old. This one's a little bit out of date. Because we don't have I don't have my lore, and I don't have. I think I gave myself a point of aspects, didn't I?
I believe so. Yeah, I actually
and my occult should be higher too.
I don't think I got an updated sheet from that. But that's fine. We know that you've got 2 dots in lore. Oh no, I thought it was perception. It wasn't aspects, it was perception.
Oh yeah, it was in perception, yeah. And then my occult should be for all 5 points of occult. Sorry. I just want to make sure that we're all clear on everything.
Yeah.
All right, just remind me if I have to use any of those. Just 4.
Okay. I actually have my copy of your sheet up. Let me just save real quick. So Yeah. So Claudia says we need to get our story straight.
Sorry.
Um,
I wouldn't have said anything, but it's like, game relevant. So
yeah, no, I appreciate you letting me know that you're having problems.
Mhm.
Okay. She says, I suggest we hew as close to the truth as possible.
I agree. However, there's a little issue that we might run into. There are a few issues we might run into, but I think as long as we stick to like a good solid story that's just based on actual facts, I think we're beginning fine. Like, did we really do anything wrong? It wasn't us that did anything wrong. It was Katerina idiot.
To the best of our knowledge, Hugo Laurent came here with the prince's knowing and asked to meet regarding we didn't know what, but we assumed it would be a small, friendly affair. When we arrived, we were ambushed. We defended ourselves.
Yeah, although from what I hear from my friends here, being ambushed isn't necessarily a good excuse. Am I right,
No.
Jenny?
I was ambushed by a vampire hunter, and when we tried to root her out, we made a scene, and that's what the prince threatened me a few hours ago for. So,
Which I think is ridiculous, by the way. Actually, he's been having some weird complaints lately, but he better not have any complaints now, because at least in this case, we're giving him something he wants, are we not?
We are indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that as questions come up, we should stress that we were acting in good faith within the constraints of hospitality and good sense,
Mm-hmm.
and we were betrayed.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were.
Now,
is it going to be an issue that I saved some mortals in the process?
I can't
Not
imagine so.
Yeah, only if you raise it as an issue. I think that'll be the only problem.
No, I just don't want to
If you like, you could.
I have
even
to lie
spin it-
about it.
If you like, you could even attempt to spin it as trying to preserve the masquerade. You don't know how much those gunmen knew about vampires and the supernatural, and therefore clearing them from the scene as quickly as possible was possibly not only good for their own safety, but the preservation of our secrets.
I can work with that.
Yeah, Claudia, you're good at this. I like you.
I've had some practice.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting to me.
Now, the one thing that we need to be particularly clear about our fabrications around is you. And she looks at Marie.
Hi. Yeah, about that. So, personally, I think it would be great if Boye didn't know about, everything about me, but I understand that it might be necessary. Like, it might just be the cat's out of the bag. We can't do anything about it. I totally get it. I want to make it very clear, though, that you can test me in any way you want, and you will find that I have been acting entirely in good faith this entire time, and that my stated motives have always been the real ones. Like, I've never lied to you about what my motives have been. I've never lied to you about what my aims have been. Okay, the only thing I have been not so honest about, to be honest with you, is the little matter of my heritage. And I really think that it's more than fair, because I don't imagine that someone like me would be very welcome in this city had I not. Would I? And yet, I think I've been pretty damn useful. Think about it.
Claudia, without blinking or taking her eyes from you, in this very neutral, passive expression that she tends to adopt, says, in a way, I, based on the events of tonight, owe you a boon. and I will pay my boon, or I owe you a favor, and I will repay my favor by keeping your secret for now.
Sounds great. I think, look, I understand that eventually you might be in a position that you can't keep it in a secret anymore, but I ask that here's my question, what I really want you to do. I ask that when you do, you state that it was a necessity, and you just simply state that my position was pure. I think that's fair.
No, I'm going to lie my ass off. Don't worry about that.
What? My position is pure. I came here to help you, and I have been helping you guys the entire time I've been here.
I'm sorry. I mean to protect myself.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lore, I've discussed this with her, will abide by these terms as well. However, we will have to find another way to restrain Katerina before we present her to Boyer.
That's true. Anyone got any ideas? We could just, I suppose, how quickly does she heal normally? Because we could just, just break all her limbs. You don't need vicissitude for that.
I generally find that rope is quite effective.
Rope can also work. Let's go with rope. I'm fine with the rope idea. We could even get some zip ties. That way if she struggles, it'll hurt really bad.
Zip ties are easier to break than you think, but
Well, just rope is fine. I can tie a knot that she's not getting out of. Don't worry.
Okay, great. No, you were a Girl Scout, I'm guessing? Were you a Girl Scout or something? Isn't that what they have in America?
Something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Sounds very useful.
Claudia says, shall we? Turns toward the car. I don't mind giving anyone a ride who needs one, but we should all appear together.
Good idea. Anybody else?
It's fine.
And as everyone else starts walking away, Laure gets in Marie's face. And she has this look like she is about to try to eat your face off, like someone who's actually on bath salts. And she says, if I find out that you had anything to do with the raid, I will kill you.
Okay. Well, I'm not really worried because I didn't. So, all right. I'm genuinely unperturbed by this because I know I have nothing to fear.
Yeah, but she is not happy.
I'll be right there with you.
I mean, why wouldn't you kill me if I had
that's
something to do with the raid?
too.
Like, of course you'd kill me if I had anything to do with the raid. I would expect nothing less than you to kill me if I had anything to do with the raid. I didn't, so there's no issue here. Don't worry.
She's walked away.
Oh.
Jenny, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, before Laura walked away, said, "Don't worry, I'm right there with you. I also have feelings about the raid."
She's not in much of a mood to talk right now.
It wasn't like a, "Hey, let's come and talk." It was kind of like an over the shoulder. Yeah. We're walking away.
Yeah. No, but she is bristling. Speaking of, at this point, who has the book?
Roland had it at the end of last session.
Oh.
But
I actually have a book. So.
Well, I was playing Keep Away with You.
And I got it. I got it right here, but hey, I know you guys...
could easily have picked it up when I was doctoring the bodies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. I got it right here, but since, as a show that you can trust me, here you go, Roland. And I just hand it over.
And as we're playing this with the timeline here, Laure would like to hold on to the book.
Oh, Laure, you want it? Here you go. And I just hand it over to her.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, about my jewelry. Not right now. Not right now.
Right now. I apologize for the knuckleheads upstairs. Anyway, so there's a car ride. Anyone who is riding with Claudia knows that she makes several calls. The first is to Prévost, just giving him a quick rundown of the situation in the graveyard, informing him of a distinct masquerade breach and letting him know that he may have to do some follow-up, although some steps have already been taken to clear things up. The second is to Celine, Prince Boyer's secretary, and Claudia asks for a meeting with Boyer regarding Caterina Giovanni. They have her in custody with firsthand testimony that she has committed treason.
Jenny is in that car, I think. I guess it doesn't really matter. And just spends the entire time tapping away on her phone.
So should we talk now or later?
And who are you talking to?
Everyone.
Ah.
About the obvious. Because I'm an open book right. Okay. I'm an open book right now.
Game face is on.
And Ace kind of just like sits next to her, kind of like shielding her a little bit.
Honestly, I don't know what the obvious is, and maybe until we're out of the room with the prince, it's better that I don't know. Let's not.
All right.
Let's just, yeah.
All right. Yeah, and then Marie just like looks at her phone. And she's like, "Burners, huh?"
Yeah. So for future reference, like first rule of burner phone is don't tell people unless you super trust them that you're on a burner phone.
Yeah, you need a new burner phone.
That's fine.
You need a new burner phone now.
Yeah, I know, but I figured if he was wondering, why he was coming from an unknown number, he might not have brought the drugs. So
yeah, you say like I borrowed a friend's phone or something. Like mine shut off, my battery's dead. I don't know, whatever. But I mean, do you trust Remy?
Kind of.
No, we do not trust Remy.
I mean, as much as you can trust anyone in this town, which is not much, I'll admit.
It's good to know.
Okay. After not too long, you make it to Le Grand Théâtre, and you have at some intermittent point roped off Katerina, and Celine meets you outside. She ushers you inside to the gold ballroom, the big gold ballroom, which is lit up. And Geneviève, you have not seen this room lit up before, but it is a sight. And Boyer is there, but also a collection of several other people who everyone except Geneviève recognize as the primogen of the city. As well as Jean-Pierre Griffin, who is Jean-Pierre. Oh, and Neve Rosetti as well. The two harpies. And Celine says, "My prince, gathered members of the Privy Council. May I introduce Marie Suzette, Roland, Anaïs, and Geneviève Tomlin, as well as their accompaniment, whom you, of course, know, Claudia Voninier and Laure Nouveau, who bring accusations against a member of Kindred Society, though not our court, Caterina Giovanni." And what do you do with Katerina as you bring her in?
Well, I think we just is there a place we should put her? Like, would you like her just on the floor here? Or?
I'm gonna carry her over my shoulder, basically fireman's carry, and I'm just gonna drop her like a sack of potatoes.
I assume she's gagged as well.
I mean, Yeah, I guess I would assume that if you're going to buy rope, you might as well buy a gag.
Stuff a sock in her mouth. You have to.
Jenny just tied a complicated looking knot that worked as a gag.
And Boye says, Laure, please explain. And Laure Nouveau does. She explains exactly what you worked out with, excuse me, exactly what you had worked out with Claudia, that you'd been approached by Hugo Laurent, with the assistance of Caterina, to discuss something. He had some kind of proposition. He was concerned about discussing too many details in the Regent, where you had originally met with him. But when you showed up for ostensibly a friendly meeting, a friendly discussion about something of import to the court, you weren't sure exactly what. You were ambushed by the two Giovanni and a number of mortal goons. From there, the Giovanni summoned violent ghosts to assault you. Things got out of hand. Many of the gunmen are dead. And yeah, here's where we left things.
Should we also mention that it was Katerina who admitted that she had called the gunman?
Yes.
So yeah, that's a thing. Katerina straight up said it was her who called in the gunman. She bragged about it. I don't know why. Yep.
So, Boye looks across all of you. It says, does anyone else have anything to add?
I look around. Well, I mean, that's really it. She basically did this. She made this ridiculous thing. We did. Oh, I want to make it very clear that after this happened, we made arrangements to cover it up and make it look like a drug deal gone wrong. We just to, cover everything up so that, like, if anybody comes snooping around, it should be pretty obvious.
And the few surviving mortals who were at the scene were pulled out before they could recognize anything supernatural happening, other than chaos.
Mm-hmm. I don't suppose you were able to restrain or contain the mortals so that we could see to it that they remembered nothing of note.
No, I got them out when we were still fighting off the angry ghosts and the rest of the shooters and the traitorous kindred, and was more concerned with putting down that situation than restraining the few surviving mortals.
Very well, then. Geneviève, you recognize that Lyle is here. Gives you a little wave.
Waves back. Little like...
Boye says, Caterina Giovanni, you stand accused of conspiracy against this court and its members. I sentence you thereby. And a guy who looks like he belongs fronting a heavy metal band.
Excuse me, sorry.
In a denim jacket. Speaks up and he says, we haven't heard from her. And everyone turns to him. Well, at least all the Primogen and the prince turned to him. The prince is kind of surprised by this. And the guy says, yeah, we've heard what they have to say. We know Laure, we know Claudia, we trust them. Everyone else seems all right, but we haven't heard what Katerina has to say. Guilty as sin, probably. But you know what? She deserves the opportunity to speak for herself, to defend herself. And everyone of station in the room is looking a little bit uneasy, except the prince. And he says, very well. And he kneels down. No, and he says, Theodore, if you would like to hear what she has to say, remove her gag. And the heavy metal looking dude goes and struggles with the rope for a minute and is thoroughly confounded. Who the fuck tied this?
Me. I'll help you out. Sorry. Jenny comes over and like really easily just pulls a couple of the knots and they just come right undone.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that sometime.
Anytime
That
you
looks
want.
useful.
Yeah.
And Katerina goes, she's a Mishi. She's a fiend. She's horrible. She's Sabat. She's here to kill you all. And she starts ranting like that. And Boyer catches her eye and says, shut up. And she does. And then he says, who do you claim is Zamishi? Marie, that one. And she's trying to like point with her head at Marie. And what is your evidence? My evidence, she bound my limbs to my body. She's horrible. She's grotesque. You need to get rid of her now. She'll kill all of you.
It's called rope.
Yeah, I would like to note here that this little scene she's making, she's not actually saying anything in her own defense.
No,
she's not actually.
Please. Boyer has taken the rope that still has a knot at the center of it. He's taking it from Theodore and is going to put it back in her mouth. And she's saying, no, please, no, I'll do anything. Please, no, no. And Boyer says, I think we've heard enough from her. And at that moment, the door opens again. And in strides a trio of vampires, well, a trio of people, one of whom some of you, actually all of you recognize as Madeleine d'Origny from Toulouse, and two of her entourage. And a guy with very, very short, very fine blonde hair, kind of a small guy, scrappy looking, says, "This is Privy Council, court officers only. You don't belong here, lady." And Madeline says, "Well, I am primogen of my court, and Privy Council is often open to primogen, yes?" And someone else is about to protest when Boyer raises a hand, says, "No, she can be here. I would like her to hear this, actually." Caterina Giovanni, for the crime of treason against the court of Bordeaux, I sentence you to death. I will not see this drug out, though, as a mercy to you. There will be no blood hunt. You will simply meet the sun. And she's crying. He turns to the rest of you and says, for your service to a court which you perhaps barely call home, I thank you and grant you a boon. Collectively.
And I look over at Genevieve and I'm just like, I told you.
Ms. Tomlin, Mr. Rowland, would you please see to it that Katerina is made comfortable for her dawn appointment?
Of course.
Thank you. Now, if there's no other, BAM! The door slams open again. And in walks Suzanne Gorand, and she is also dragging a body with her. And she is accompanied by 3 other people who Anaïs and Marie recognize as her ghouls. And she throws this person who is just, as far as they're unconscious or dead or something maybe, throws them like underhand baseball toss almost right next to Katerina from a third of the room away. And then the body goes and scrunches, and you all at least recognize the dress, if not the hair, because it is Alicia Vandenstray. And Suzanne comes over, kicks her over, and you can see her face very clearly has been smashed in as if with a sledgehammer. One good blow right here. Her jaw is broken. She cannot speak. There has been blood pouring out of her nose. Anyone with 3 dots of medicine?
Not me.
No.
I don't think I do, right? No.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Okay. She's in bad shape. You can also see that she has had both arms and legs broken in such a way that she has compound fractures, which have bled quite a bit. And she is just a barely writhing heap of human misery and pain.
1 second. I finally got my files to work again.
Okay.
So that's good news. And Jim, I can send you the gold background, by the way. That's the hotel background, not the gold background, not the phone. But yeah, I have my character sheet back. I only have 2 points of medicine.
Okay.
So
And Suzanne yells, "This C-word betrayed us to the Sabbat."
wait, did she actually say C word or did she actually say the C word?
She actually said the C-word.
Okay.
I don't
just
use words like that. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it would be really, really funny if she just said this C word. That would be great.
That would be hilarious. Assume that if I'm ever using a shorthand or euphemism,
Yeah.
that the character is actually saying it.
Okay. Yeah. And I like at this point, Marie's just like, I fucking called it. I knew it.
And the court, everyone is shocked.
And appalled.
Yes. And Gregory Darvaux is particularly shocked, who is the local Toreador. And Boyer says, "What is your evidence?" And Suzanne goes on to explain that Katerina traded information in the Immortal Women's Club to help with the investigation into the Sabbat attack. She knew things that she had not volunteered before, knowing that the court was in distress, and revealing the name and description of her contact. Anais mentioned that the man Federico, she knew because he had something to do with Alicia. Suzanne had been hunting Alicia down ever since and only just got her hands on the bitch. And Boyer turns to Anais and says, "Is this true?"
Anais is just looking down at Alicia's corpse. Yeah, she didn't catch any of that. She was just looking down at her corpse, like, kind of like trying not to giggle, like inside, because she's so happy that she might be near death. So she looks back up and was like, "Sorry, what?"
Suzanne claims that you confirmed that this man Federico, I believe, who Katerina here claimed was her contact in the Sabbat, knew Alicia Vandenstrie. Is this true?
It's true. Or like Anais is fine. Anything that'll make her deader is fine with her.
Your soft-hearted nature might interfere with this a little bit.
God damn it.
So here's the thing. First, roll willpower, difficulty 8.
Did we have like a D10 link?
Oh yeah, we have the dice roller.
At the top of the private chat.
Yeah, I can send it again. Just one second.
Yeah.
Here you go.
What was I rolling for?
Willpower.
Willpower, difficulty 8.
Okay, so let's see. Where is my willpower?
It's near the bottom of the first page.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Should be. Yeah, there's right there.
I got 1 6.
Okay,
That's,
that means
that's a 10.
Yeah, that counts.
Yay.
All right, that means that you can act as you please, and your moral foibles do not get in the way of you enjoying this moment.
And Anais is in the back. I mean, Marie's in the background, just going like, "Good for her," like Lucille Bluth. Good for her.
Boyer says, "Alicia, what do you have to say in your defense?" And Alicia tries to say something, and it more comes out a pained garble because her jaw is actually broken in several places.
Gurgle. Interesting testimony. I don't actually say that out loud. It's what she's thinking on the inside.
And Heavy Metal Guy says, "Lyle, you've got a notebook, right? You nerds always have notebooks." And Lyle says, "I'm sorry, I left it in my other pocket protector." But
Wait, doesn't Marie have a notebook in her shit? She usually is.
I'm sure she does if she's got a purse.
Yeah, she does. Can I volunteer mine then?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a notebook. Here's a pen. Here you go, darling. She's loving this, by the way. She's just having so much fun right now.
Aren't
Theodore.
her arms broken?
Yes.
Ooh.
Theodore takes the notebook and pen to Alicia and tries to set her up to write something. And what comes off as a very scribbly, scratchy, no idea about Raid.
But she does know the Sabat guy.
Boye asks her, do you admit to knowing Federico? She nods. How did you know him? And she writes, lovers.
Sleeping with the enemy. How much more basic bitch can you get?
Right?
Jesus Christ.
And
By Kane himself. Ooh, that's just not a good look.
And
I know something about weird sex, okay, but that's a lot.
And Lyle pipes up and says, she's telling the truth, actually. I mean, she's in a lot of pain and might be slightly delirious. Her aura is all over the place. But she's being honest. She didn't know about the raid. She was literally sleeping with the enemy. But, I mean, what? We're going to fault her for being horny? Come on. We all get lonely. We all have body pillows.
I don't even know what the...
So you forced us all into your hotel so you would be less lonely.
Don't help him, Roland.
That's between me and my body pillow.
Roland, don't help him.
And Boye says, Mr. Kirsten, you are arguing for what, leniency? And Lyle says, I think that Mr. Roland has a point. Basic bitch. This is the first, don't get me wrong, I think this is serious, but this is the first time we have had any suggestion that Alicia, as grotesquely entertaining as she is actually maybe, an enemy to the court. I think that death would be inappropriate. A death sentence would be inappropriate. And Boye turns to Anais and says, Mr. Condorcet, you are her blood sister.
Yeah. You are.
We?
What are your thoughts on this matter?
I have none.
No, come on. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Madeline says, I find that hard to believe. Your history and feelings about Ms. Vandenstree are fairly well known.
I'll say I have none in that. So I have none in that if she remains alive, I will show all of my contempt for her and less of any sort of feelings that, like I just don't really feel anything for her right now. I can't. There's really nothing I can with, especially with our history. It looks like she's half dead anyway. So what does this matter to me at all anymore? To be honest.
The prince says, Alicia Van Instrie, you stand accused of treason against the court. We cannot at this time corroborate the full extent of your treason. However, the circumstantial evidence against you is heavy. If you cooperate in fully bringing this Federico to justice, you will be banished.
Just banished?
If you fail to cooperate, you will be blood hunted. Do you understand? And she nods. Now, Ms. Suzanne Gorhand, for bringing this traitor to the court's justice, I owe you a boon. I grant you a boon as well. You may feel free to think on it and let me know how you would like to be repaid in favor. And Susanna immediately says, I want an embrace right. Granted, says Boyer. Confirm your selection with Theodore, your primogen. But I wish you and your new child the best. Now, if there is no other business that we must attend to, I call this meeting of Privy Council adjourned. And he walks away.
Jenny, let's go and let me introduce you to your primogen when we have a moment.
Okay.
I take Anais aside. I'm like, it was a lot of self-control you just showed that I could not relate to. Wow.
I mean, I have other responsibilities now. There's just so much to this point where she doesn't even matter to me at this point anymore.
Well, okay. But promise me, if she does end up blood hunted, we get to join in. I'll help you.
True facts.
Yeah,
I will be right in the front with you.
Jenny, there are two quick things that we should address for your experience. First is a raid, just something else to point out, because this night you thought couldn't get any weirder. One of the people in attendance is a fairly tall, thin man, black slacks, practical but black dress shoes, white shirt, collar unbuttoned with a black vest, a white porcelain mask, kind of almost like it's reminiscent of a Venetian Carnival mask.
Okay.
But without any decoration or adornment. It's just white with a plague doctor nose.
Okay.
And you can see that his skin is green and flaky and it looks almost necrotic in places. And he has some really, he has almost no hair, just a few white wisps combed over to the side. And his eyes are, how did I describe them? I think that they were black with yellow irises.
Okay. Okay. I don't recall seeing this person at the raid. Who are they?
No. This isn't someone you recognize. But
Okay. Okay, sorry.
No, but this is one of the people that's there. It's like, yeah, we're all here. We're all vampires. And what the fuck is that guy?
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
Also, you just had a scene with Lyle. If you would like this scene to not reset your clock, you just need to spend a willpower point.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Sure. Do I recover willpower somehow?
Yeah, you recover willpower usually one a night, and then also by acting in a way that affirms your nature.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. Just gonna burn that one. Willpower, trying to resist his irresistible charms.
His weirdness.
Yeah.
That completed. Is there anything else? So what happens next? Everyone else starts dispersing.
Roland's going to introduce Jenny to the Primogen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were supposed to do that anyway, but we got sidetracked with ghosts.
Mm-hmm. And then we have to take care of Katerina.
Mm-hmm.
And I just take Anais aside. I'm like, look, I admire your fortitude, honey, but it could have been really. We're gonna have a lot of fun with her. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to like my anticipation before we get to it, because I don't want to be bored while killing her, or while they kill her. Whichever one. I might kill her. It's whatever.
It is. It's a thing.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so you're not mad at me, by the way?
Not what?
You know what? I love you so much right now. I love you so much right now.
So Roland takes Jenny over to the heavy metal guy.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. Introductions were supposed to be in order, but we seem to have gotten distracted by so many matters.
You're telling me. Yeah, you're Genevieve. Yes, the American?
That's me.
Theodore Jacobs. It's a pleasure. And he extends his hand.
Hey, you are... Oh, wait a second. They said you're the Primogen, right? Bruja?
Primogen, yeah. Clan Bruja.
Takes his hand. You're not what I was expecting.
Oh?
I was expecting a fucking suit.
Yeah, well, some of us do go that way. I wouldn't have thought it until, a few decades ago, but here we fucking are.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you. I have a lot of questions, and I don't know if you're the person I'm supposed to ask them from, but yeah, this is all new.
Well, I understand from the prince that you are an orphan, basically, and we need to get you a foster. I'm disinclined to just assign someone to you.
Okay.
I can do that if you want. Or you can, I don't know, meet the folks who are eligible and pick your own mentor. It's up to you.
I mean, that sounds like the way to go to me. Not like the most excited about. from everything that I've heard so far, it sounds like a newbie like me is a burden. So not the most excited about like saddling somebody with that. But if somebody feels like taking me on, sure, I may as well meet the crew, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, let me talk to, well, first of all, have you met Suzanne as like outside of what the hell just happened?
No, she's the one who brought in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, no, nope.
Okay.
First time seeing her.
Well, yeah, I'll talk to everyone. I'll try to get you her number to at least have you someone else that you can get in touch with in town.
Okay.
But yeah, and I understand you're staying at the Regent.
Yeah, is that a permanent situation?
I really hope not.
Yeah.
I think
Okay. I think you and I are a little bit more on the same page than I think anyone else I've met so far.
I can say this.
Mhm.
I am looking forward to when we can get back to the way things are supposed to be around here.
Okay.
Everyone is very scared and clutching their pearls or their nuts or whatever since the Sabbat attacked, and we're making some wartime decisions.
Got it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Let me get your number. I'll give you mine. I'll do that thing.
Yeah. She hands over her real phone with her number displayed.
You do that back and forth. While that's going on, Marie and Anais, you are having your little side conversation, and Celine comes up to you. And she says, Monsieur Boyer has asked me to ensure that you are making the pursuit of this Frederico a priority, and to inform you that you are, for the time being, responsible for Ms. Vandenstree's well-being. You're muted.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'd love. Hey, do you think, considering we're supposed to be looking after Miss Vandenstreet and keeping her under a solid eye and anything, is there any chance that I could be in my apartment again? I wouldn't ask, but I imagine keeping her in the hotel is going to be a little more complicated. And if you really want us looking after her, I think it might be a little more convenient. And if I, just was able to look after everybody in our apartment, and Ais and I would love to take care of her. We'd really love it, and we'd be glad. Yeah.
Would you like to claim that as your boon?
Really? I can't do that without the approval of my fellow member, my coterie members. But let me ask them, and I'll get back to you on that.
Very
but
well.
Yes, we will be looking for Frederico. I just want to keep in mind that we're going to be having some problems with the with looking after Anais unless Alicia, unless But let me just ask my fellow coterie members. Do you mind?
No. Certainly, I'm sure that we can provide appropriate security at the hotel. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I just don't want to use a boon that was offered to my entire coterie without the entire coterie's approval.
Of course.
So thank you very much. Yes, we'll be looking after this one. And I bend over to Alicia. I'm like, I might be able to fix that jaw for you, honey.
And if she had control of her face, full control of her face, that might be a look of some kind of rage or shooting daggers. But as it is, the bruise is deepening almost before your eyes. And you can see actually where there is just one set of knuckles.
And I just put my arm around Anais. I'm like, we're going to have a lot of fun. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and I kind of just laughs. Laughs with her about that.
Let's go get our friends. We need to talk to them a little bit because apparently we've got this other new responsibility. We just don't have enough of those. Let's go. And you know what? And then like I reach down and I just like pick up Alicia like a sack of potatoes and I just throw her over my shoulder. I have the strength. I have the strength to do that, right? I should, right?
I don't want to interrupt the flow of the narrative for whether or not you can do that.
Okay.
Say, yes, you can manage that one way or another. You're a vampire.
All right.
But Anais, your attitude around Alicia, while very understandable, is really, really tasty for your beast.
Oh.
Awesome.
Like you can feel that tension in your core and in your shoulders and your hips that pulls you toward doing monstrous things. Relax in this really warm, satisfied way. Please make me a conscience roll, difficulty 8.
Sorry, that was a glitch. What happened?
Oh, sorry. Please make me a conscience roll, difficulty 8.
Okay. See. One success.
Okay. There's a part of you that recognizes that you have helped condemn Alicia to suffering, to incredible physical and possibly emotional agony. And as much as you hate her, as much as she has hurt you and ruined your life, might be a little bit much.
God damn it.
So there is a part of you can still act as you please. There's a part of you that feels a little bad, that questions this choice.
So yeah, anyways, yeah, she feels a little bad. She stops Marie and asks her, hey, why not instead of just, taking her, why don't we just, leave her by the river and hope that she gets up somehow?
Well, I'm afraid she'll make a break for it, and then we won't be able to make any headway on this Federico thing. I won't.
True.
Yeah, I won't hurt her too bad. I promise. I might even fix a few things, like actually fix them. I don't mean that as like a euphemism or anything. I will.
So that all concluded. The rest of the members of the court have all filtered away.
Before Theodore leaves, and once they're done, like exchanging numbers and stuff, Jenny's gonna be like, "And hey, anytime you want to learn more about rope work, just give me a call."
Yeah. I don't mean to be rude. I'm a little bit busy tonight, but
I think don't worry, no rush.
Great. And if you find anything out about this Federico guy, let me know, or any of the other Sabat, let me know. I will happily help hunt those fuckers down.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know.
That all concluded. What do y'all do?
I bring everybody like aside, and I'm just like, so I asked.
Oh.
Wait, am I muted? No.
No. I remembered one other thing that will want to happen, but go.
Oh, I was like, hey guys, so hey everybody. So I was thinking, yeah, we might want to have our own base of operations outside the hotel, where we don't have to deal with Lyle. So I was thinking maybe for our boon, we'd ask if I could have my apartment back, and you all could stay with me, and then we wouldn't have we'd be able to get out of the hotel. And oh, by the way, I slapped Alicia on the backside. This one over here, we're responsible for her now, and we have to track down Federico because apparently we just don't have enough to do. So, yeah, wouldn't it be a lot easier to get all this done if we weren't under Lyle's supervision?
What's wrong with Lyle?
Everything
There
is
is
wrong with Lyle.
much
Lyle's
wrong with
great.
Lyle.
No, he's not. He's really bad. You don't understand. You'll understand.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah, he's the worst. He is the worst.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Can you word it, though, so that we can just not have to stay in the region? Like, not necessarily have your apartment. We can use your apartment as a base of operations, but, like, can you word the caching of the boon as we don't have to
Yeah,
stay in the
okay,
region?
yeah. We can we go back to our private havens? I'll ask. Do we all agree that should be our boon? I think we'd all be better off.
That's fine. The less I deal with the court, the better.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
And then can I find Celine again?
Yeah.
Hi, Celine. We've decided on our boon. We'd like our boon to be that we all get to go back to our havens and never have to set foot in that awful hotel again.
Very well. I will bring your request to the prince, and let you know what his decision is.
All right. Thank you so much. And when can we expect a response? I don't want to rush you. I just need to know.
I anticipate this evening, but who is to say?
All right. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Novo.
Yes.
She was talking to Laure.
Oh.
She leaves. And Laure turns to you and says, I was wondering if I could speak with your coterie now.
Yeah, go for it. But can we not do it in the ballroom? Got any place private we can go to?
Of course.
Roland, help me with Katerina?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. You can go with him if you want.
No.
Okay. All right. No, if you want,
We
to
can
come
do
with,
it.
that's
I just
perfectly
didn't
fine.
want to like leave her on the floor here by herself, you know.
That's perfectly fine. No. All right. Let's take care of her. Put her out on a stage.
Yeah,
for the sun.
we have to take care of Katerina first, and I gotta stash. I suppose I could still stash. Could I technically still stash Alicia and just have her kept in my apartment for now, even if I don't stay there tonight?
Do you have any servants that can watch over her?
Yeah, I've got a couple. No, not a lot of local people. I've got a few odds on.
I call.
Oh, you know what we could ask?
I call list bond.
All right, thank you.
Yo.
I hate to spring this on you last minute, but can you babysit someone that's near death's door?
That sounds like the easiest babysitting I've ever done. Are we talking diapers?
I honestly would not be surprised if there would be a little bit of diapering going along here. Just the sheer beating that this one took.
Huh. Oh, yeah, probably still easier than my niece.
Is it your niece? Oh, so
It's been a while, but
I say at this point she's what? 60?
yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, I got it.
Thanks, it's fun. I owe you one.
So you have set up a babysitter for
For Alicia.
Alicia, and Laure takes you all just walking, and she says, I've been waiting for an update on your investigation, whether or not those items the Nosferatu provided you were useful. Have you found anything out?
Well, yeah, a few things actually. One being that the person who died in one of those items. Hi, sorry.
We have a Nosferatu with us. No, not a Nosferatu. Who else is sneaky? An Assamite. We have an Assamite. She's not here.
Okay. Hi. Hi, person who's not here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause you. Gross. Sorry, I was. So, one of the items provided, turns out this person knew who sold you guys out. So that's a thing. Also, yeah, there might have been it might not have been just for the certain purposes of taking over the city that the Sabbat attacked. There's something else. I don't know if I should go into it yet because I'm worried it could endanger anybody who knows about it. But yeah, there's something in the city they might want. That's not the city itself.
Was it the dress?
The dress, yeah. The person who wore the dress, yeah.
Yeah, who wore that dress?
Yeah.
Her name's Annabelle. Her name was Annabelle. She was a close friend and the child of our mandataire. She was well liked at court. And you're sure she's dead?
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Did we actually confirm that she was dead? I believe we confirmed that she's not a ghost.
Oh. Well, we know she's got a ghost.
It's an odd way to say it.
I no, like literally, we know she's not a ghost.
Very well.
That wasn't a euphemism.
How... Do you think that she also knew Federico? Was she in on the raid? How did she...
I look at Anais and Roland. You guys, these are questions for y'all.
It's from everything that we gained, and Anais, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. She felt betrayed, so it seems like if she would not have been involved with Federico, but perhaps one of the members of her coterie was.
No.
No.
Her coterie was me, Claudia, Thomas Dorieux, and Jerome, her sire.
Oh. Then one of her close friends then might have been the insider. Did she appear at all to be unbalanced when I made the accusation that one of her coterie could have been the insider, or was she just
not unbalanced? No, it was very much this staunch refusal. Like, what are you accusing us of? Well, I suppose I will have to give up on that particular hope. It had seemed to me that perhaps the evidence was inconsistent. Here we have a dress, but no jewelry, no undergarments. Here we have ash, as if from a very old vampire, but she was not.
It's possible that she's still alive.
But if she is, where is she? Did they take her prisoner?
And if she was, then she'd be a captive.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a Sabbat prison. That doesn't sound fun.
I can tell you personally that is a very bad thing, and if she is, we're gonna have to move post haste because You said she's not very old.
No.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of chances for her. It's really bad. I really. Yeah, I'm gonna try to we'll try to get her out though. If she is in there, we'll find out and we'll try to get her out. But if she was taken, I can't tell you to hold out too much hope because it's, why I know what I know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We still need to have words about that.
We need to have, yeah, we do, and I'm perfectly fine with having them. But yeah, we
another time.
Yeah, another time is good.
So, Roland and Genevieve. So sorry to actually wrap that up. Laura says, "My offer of assistance still stands. Let me know if I can help you track down the Sabbat nests or whatever, or confront them. I would enjoy
How long have you known Alicia?
Since she was turned.
Yeah. Well, if there's any way you think you could talk her into talking to us once we heal up that jaw, that might be good.
I think perhaps I'm not the best suited to that."
Understood. All right. Well, we'll get back to you though, because we may have some really. Also, my jewelry. I could still use that silver collar.
I'm sure that Rianne will call you soon.
Thank you.
But she stalks off into the night.
So, should we? Is Isfan going to pick her up, or?
Yeah, Isfan will come and collect Alicia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm assuming they just want me to put Katerina on a stake and just put her out on the roof.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
All right, I'm coming with you.
All right.
I'm happy to come with you as well. I don't really. I think once we do that, I think the sooner that we take care of the pressing issue, the better. Am I right?
Doesn't matter to me.
What's up, Jenny?
What?
Huh?
No, he said, "What's up, Jenny?" really quietly.
Oh, I want to do what he said. Make her comfortable.
She won't feel any pain. When you have a stake inside you, you feel nothing.
Just let me.
All right. If you want.
So we just head to the roof then?
Yep.
Okay. Head to the roof. Set Katerina down. And Jenny kind of sits down in front of her.
And she is crying blood, pleading with her eyes.
I know. I can't let you go. I'm sorry. I really am. Despite what happened earlier, I don't think you deserve this. But I think you know as well as I do that this is out of our hands. And it doesn't matter what we deserve or what we think. If you want, I think I can make this a little bit easier on your mind. Just let me. That's it.
And what do you do?
Jenny is going to reach out and kind of like gently wipe away some of her tears, and in the process, going to use entrancement.
Ooh.
and try to, yeah. So what do I roll appearance plus empathy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what's the difficulty?
I don't know. I think that's up to you. Oh, target's current willpower points.
Oh, that'd be like 4.
Great. Okay. So number of dice, yeah. Difficulty 4. 5 successes.
Okay.
Those are my things.
She is just happy that you are paying attention to her.
Okay. And so then Jenny kind of brings both hands to her cheeks and says, I'm sorry. Is there anything, and kind of pulls the gag out of her mouth. Anything you want before you go? Anything I can do for you?
Let's assume that entrancement means that she is kind of retroactively receptive to what you said. That there's nothing you can do about this.
Mm-hmm.
What would she want? There is a woman. Her name is Henriette. I have not seen her in some time. We were not exactly friends,
Mm-hmm.
but we were perhaps as close as you can get in this existence. Let her know what happened to me if you find her, and tell her that I missed her.
I know her very well. I'm kind of close with her. So I can say I will absolutely tell her that. I will tell her that as soon as I see her. I think, knowing Henriette, I think I know what message she would give in return.
She's...
And
she was at least a madam. I
know.
can't imagine there aren't a lot of Henriettes.
I know.
Huh. Thank you.
The message in return. Can I kiss you?
We weren't friends like that.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. I wanted to make this a little bit easier.
I appreciate the offer, but that would not be her way. Unless you were wearing poison lipstick.
That's kind of what I assumed.
I remember one time when I was a more traditional kind of madam, she sent me some sailor who, his brain was so eaten with syphilis, he couldn't remember what he was there for. My girls had some fun with him that night. Poor man.
I bet. Thank you for sharing with me. I will just, as you pass, know that your message will reach her ears, okay? And she leans over and gives Katerina a hug. Holds on to her for a minute. And then, in the process, grabs the stake and drives it through her back into her heart.
All right. She is staked very effectively. and she is paralyzed.
And yeah, Ginny gets up and quietly heads back to the stairs.
I was actually going to see about what I could do for her, but I don't think I could do anything more. I mean, unless I wanted to ship her to Palermo.
I know. I understand. The last thing I want to do right now is risk anything.
I don't like being an executioner. You should have had his fucking sheriff's pro do this bullshit.
I know, which is why I wanted to do it that way. Can we just go?
We'll have to.
So, not to be mercenary about this, but does anyone grab her phone?
Oh yeah, no, I was under the impression that we already took her stuff.
Okay, I was.
I mean, we're not going to let her have things.
Yeah, right? Useful things? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I thought we would have looted her back in the graveyard.
Okay, just making sure. I don't remember it being mentioned. Okay, so after that's done, what do y'all do?
All right. Do we have anything else we have to do for the rest of the night? Because I kind of want to go do my own thing.
Anybody hungry?
No.
No, I am.
I could, but I also want to go and see if I can't hunt down this goddamn Frederico.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I hear you.
And remember that there's also a phone.
Yeah, the phone that I wanted Donna used to look at.
Okay, so let's just start round robining this. Genevieve.
Okay. As Jenny's walking out, she texts Lex and says, "You know what? That place looks great. Let's do it." And then heads from there. Doesn't look at her phone except to get to the rave.
Yep, and when you get there, it is a large kind of abandoned factory space with a big for sale sign out front, and a lot of cars parked. And before you even hit the doors, you can feel the bass in your chest.
Oh, on the way, Jenny stops to get a proper outfit. It probably wouldn't take very long for her to know where to look and like quickly grab something off the rack.
Yeah, no, that's easy enough.
Okay, so heads into the rave and starts looking for Remy.
And you find him, and he is partying, dancing around, and he says, "Hey, pretty lady.
Hey,
So glad you could make it."
told you I'd be here.
So, what can we do for you? I want to show you a good time. I know you're American. You're new in town.
Remy,
How can I be hospitable?
look, I've been to these things probably a couple hundred times by now. All I want tonight is to have some fun and forget my name.
I can help with that. And
I bet
he
you can.
offers you. He takes out a little pill box from his jacket pocket and offers you one.
All right. Jenny takes one, and then I don't know if you want me to roll or not on my, I would guess it's probably larceny, but she's going to like palm it and tuck it away under a bracelet as pretending to take it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's roll. This is social as much as anything else, so let's roll manipulation plus larceny.
Manipulation. Oh, manipulation, not dexterity.
Okay, I'll give you dexterity.
Hell yeah!
Hey, you get your celerity. Remember, you get your celerity dice too for your dex.
Oh, right. So what does that add?
Just your celerity rating in dice.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
that's that.
And that's passive. It's always on, unless you actually spend blood for celerity.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
7.
2 successes, fortunately.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you palm it effectively, and continue on with your night.
Yeah.
So
and
how?
Jenny, go
Hmm?
ahead.
No, I was just
I
going
was gonna say Jenny knows how to. Jenny has been on. I'm assuming. Well, she's okay. She'll to look at it first. It's X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's been
Yeah.
on X
That's step 1.
plenty of times. Knows how to pretend being on X.
Yeah. Cool. So as she goes about having her evening, we'll get back to that. Anais, you have a cell phone. It's busted. What do you do?
Sorry, there was a glitch.
Sorry. You have this cell phone that Roland found in some tunnel somewhere in the city. It's busted. It looks like it's been smashed. What do you do?
I just take it back to Roland and see if we can't discover anything about it.
Okay. So you're going to need, I mean, you know that you have the tools and hardware and software to get into this phone, assuming that that any of the data storage components are left intact. You just got to go back to your townhouse.
Oh, that's it? That's all I have to do? Okay. I'm going to my townhouse for what was that?
Well, that's just where all of your tech gear is.
Oh, let's do what am I going back there? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Anais just goes back to her cottage core townhouse. It's all like the tech that she can find, tries to hook it up in very, very crooked ways, but is somehow able to get some sort of blinking. You know, what kind of cell phone is it?
It is an Android. And why don't you give me let me see here real quick.
No wonder Anais can't work the phone. She has Apple.
I mean, just you had a fantastic image of so this is her tech office. And so give me an intelligence plus technology roll first, difficulty 7.
Roland is supremely out of place. He's gonna find a corner. Actually, go and send me that image so I can put it as my background. I'm gonna find a corner that I can brood in. Bring down the ambient energy.
What's the difficulty?
7.
He's e-girl. 1 success.
All right, I have also shared that in the Discord. So 1 success. Okay, so you're not sure exactly what all these modifications
Oh, are you
are.
asking to share it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I thought you were asking if you could share the picture in Discord. Sorry.
Oh, no, I already did. Sorry.
Okay, good.
You're not sure exactly what all the modifications are, but you can tell that this is a phone that has been modified. Like it's had some of the hardware components modified as well. You know, it's not just being overclocked. It's you don't really need to jailbreak Android phones like, you know, non-Apple phones, but it's almost like it's been jailbroken, but you're not like sure exactly what everything is doing in there. Now I just need you to make me an intelligence plus computers roll, difficulty 6, to see what kind of information you can get from the memory.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. So there are a few contacts in the list. There are a very small handful of phone numbers that you get, but all of the names attached to them are beans.
Like
Like
beans.
like pinto, garbanzo, haricot vert.
Like, so beans as in the contact name is called beans, or
Yeah, like so
Oh,
the name on the contact is a bean.
okay. That sounds ominous.
Oh no. Legumes. And the other thing that's really on here are photographs. There's some videos too. The most recent ones seem to have been taken in a basement or somewhere where there is so there's no natural light. It's actually fairly dark. And you can see some pipes and stuff in the ceilings of the shots. And in each of the shots, there are either two women or one of these two women. One of them looks like she's been dressed up in sort of like almost low-grade cosplay from late 18th century, court of Louis XVI kind of stuff, Marie Antoinette-ish, but not super good. And she's kind of clumsily dressed. And she looks very, very pale, and she is gorgeous. She's actually prettier than you, maybe. And the other woman is dressed like a performer in a cheap porn, like a thrift store stripper, kind of. And she's just kind of slumped, sitting on the floor, back up against the couch. They're both wide-eyed. They look dead. There is a vanity, and you can tell you notice that there's a reflection of the person taking the photographs, and their face is kind of this pink, like a healing scar, and their features are a cross between a fruit bat and a sphinx cat, but with the charm of neither. And the woman who has like this horrible sheer, not Widowmaker, not Black Widow, Merry Widow on, thrown off one shoulder. You can see right in the middle of her sternum, there is a dark spot about 2 inches across. And if you get, kind of zoom in on it, it almost looks like there's wood grain in it. Like it's a piece of wood in her chest that has been carved down to be flush with her skin. And the metadata is intact. So you know where and when these photos were taken.
All right. All this for a beans title?
Well, no, these are photos not attached to any contact.
Okay. NIS is just gonna call them beans. That's all she can think about it. Yeah, and it just tells her there's some weird photos on this phone. I have no idea who these people could be, and there's all these contacts with like the word beans on them. It just confuses me. Do you know anything about beans or any other association with them except for, legumes or something?
I haven't eaten beans for 100 years. I don't know. It's someone's nomenclature. I'm interested in these pictures. Can you find out where these were?
Mm-hmm.
These might be the prisoners.
Can we find out in the phone, or do I have to use like one of my abilities?
He said the metadata is there, so the locational data should be intact.
Yeah. So between the data actually attached to the files and access to the internet, basically, you can get a block. Actually, if you want to make a roll, you might even be able to get an address.
This is why you don't turn location on your phone on.
So that would just be intelligence plus computers again. Difficulty 5, because that last roll was good.
Okay. And ice being Neil Breen here. 2 successes.
2? Yep. You got an address. It's a tenement.
Wait a second. Did you say Anais is being Neil Breen here?
Yes.
So you'd have broken it then. Like you'd have thrown it across the room then if you were being Neil Breen. Sorry. If you don't know who Neil Breen is. Okay, sorry.
I'm sure we can follow that up.
Yeah, you should. Everybody go and Google Neil Breen after this is done. Trust me, you will thank me. And you will definitely thank Deanna for introducing you to this.
All right. So that's where we're going to pause that for a minute. Marie, what are you up to?
I've headed back to my, you know what? 1 second. Let me show you. I've headed back to your apartment. I'm putting together a bug out, like a getaway bag, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily intend to use it, but you never can be too careful.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when somebody has just found out that you're a body horror monster.
Istvan shows up with Alicia.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, bring her in here. So I just I greet him. I'm very polite. I'm like, would you like something to drink? I do actually have some drinks in here somewhere.
Oh, no, I'm good, thanks. All
right. Well, I show him like a bedroom. All right, just you can sleep in here.
This place is so... Oh, this is soft.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All I ask is don't go into my bedroom and don't go into the occult library. Some of that stuff can be a little bit iffy, so just be careful.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not... No, that's not what I do.
Yeah,
no,
but I don't really have any food in the kitchen. I do have some drinks, though. So I don't know how long you're going to be here.
I'm used to takeout. Yeah,
all right,
that's
cool.
the thing. Yeah,
and,
we're all set. Thanks, though. And as he's kind of talking, he has brought Alicia up, and also a big duffel bag, and he drops that and starts like placing firearms around the apartment.
I'm gonna bend down like over Alicia.
I'm proud of Istvan.
Yeah. Can I actually have him? Can you set her on the couch here? I might take care of her jaw for her.
Sure, yeah.
Because we're going to need to have her talking later, and I want her to be healed up a little bit. And so I look at Alicia. I put my hands on her jaw. I'm not using vicissitude here, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. Medicine 2 should be enough to be able to do this, correct?
Intelligence plus. Actually, are you trying to like set her jaw?
Yeah, set it, basically. Just knock it back. Not very gently, but just enough where she's going to be able to talk later. Intelligence plus medicine?
I'll give it intelligence plus medicine.
All right, what's the difficulty?
Oh, this is not going to be easy. It's going to be difficulty 8.
2 successes.
Okay, so you're able to set it, and she screams, and she doesn't, and she keeps screaming for a solid minute.
I just like look at her. I'm just like, and I wait for her to finish. You done? You done? Are you done?
Help me, please. You don't like me. Don't like you. Help me, please.
Why would I do that? Give me one good reason why I do that.
Federico betrayed me too.
Oh, God, you were irritating. Look.
I'll give you whatever you want. I have money. I have contacts.
Look. I think you need to heal up a little bit. Okay, honey? It's probably going to take until tomorrow night for us to have our big sit down. You just focus on healing up for the time being, all right? Istvan here is going to take good care of you. All right? And I just sort of like pat her on the cheek. You have a good... Oh, yeah, sorry about that. You have a good night. And I just like put like a backpack on my back that's got some of the stuff I might need.
Yeah.
And I head out. And I go find some place to get a drink. Because boy, do I need one.
Yeah. Jenny.
So I realized something.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to roll right now for Escape Seeker?
Well,
because I imagine I am keenly aware that everyone around me is currently on drugs and drunk.
Yeah. That, well, so that is up to you. Do you want to feed?
I think so. I get an idea of where this might be headed, and I want it to kind of be up to the dice because it will determine what happens from here.
Let me just... Oh, damn. I don't actually have a character sheet for you.
Oh, sorry.
A self-control is always a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's self-control, and I believe it's difficulty 8.
Okay.
Self-control is always just a fun roll. Please roll the self-control to not do something stupid.
Literally what it is right now. 1 success.
Okay. Jean knows what is pumping through those people's veins,
and
he wants it. And he knows you want it.
Okay. At one point, Jenny will be like, gotta run to the ladies' room, be right back. And follow after somebody that they were dancing kind of near. And she's it sucks. She has just kind of do the whole like knows how to, again, she's rolled plenty of times, so she'd know the kind of ways to like flirt with somebody in a hey, I want a bone right now kind of way. And assuming like she doesn't get an enthusiastic no, we'll kind of back into a stall with them and take a little drink.
Okay, so remind me how much blood you have in you right now.
I'm full.
Okay.
Well, sorry, not full, but like the top row is full.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's plenty of that. Roll me appearance plus subterfuge. Difficulty 7. I'm sorry, difficulty 6.
Okay, appearance plus subterfuge. Okay.
Actually, no, this is totally what people in this kind of place do. Difficulty 5.
Okay.
It'll just be fun if you fail.
Yeah. Boop. Boop. 4 successes. Or 5
Damn.
successes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. They are all about getting frisky.
Okay. All right. So then by the time Jenny heads back to Remy, she really is rolling.
Mhm.
And yeah, just will continue partying with him, though making her intentions clear. Though at one point she'll stop and be like, hold on. You don't work for Henriette too, right? I'm not
No.
trying to get a freebie, okay?
No.
Like
All
right. Just
Uh,
making sure. I don't know. I'm new.
you look like you seem. Let's go talk.
Yeah.
And he says, he finds one of those slightly quieter corners. Not that any place here is quiet. But he says, so why were you pretending before?
Pretending what?
I saw you not take the pill I gave you.
Remy.
But you're not pretending that what?
I am American. I'm thousands of miles away from home. I don't know you for shit. I had to be sure. I didn't want to sit there when you just handed me some drugs and go, hold on, let me get a closer look at it. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is that? I'm trying to build something with you here, and I didn't want to just be like, yeah, sure, I asked to go to a rave with you and get free drugs from you. Hold on a second while I step into the light and examine the pill you gave me. Like,
Okay. I figured we're not family, but we're friends. Yeah.
I want to be, and that's why I wanted to come out with you tonight, but you gotta understand, I'm still new here. I've been on the streets for years, man. Like, I know how this works.
Yeah. And that boyfriend in Paris?
Huh?
Henriette told me that was part of why you and Lex came down here. There's some bad dude in Paris you were getting away from.
Remy, and she kind of places both of her hands on his chest and says, when you've been through the shit that I've been through, there's a bad dude everywhere. I wanted to make sure you weren't the next in the string of bad dudes. That's it.
And he kind of sidles up to Jenny and says, oh, I was kind of hoping you liked bad dudes.
I like that kind of bad dudes.
And he starts necking and being a little handsy.
Okay. Yeah. Jenny will go right along with it.
And then
yeah,
he bites her.
Yep. And she is too deep in the moment to stop him.
And you had not last time you experienced the kiss, you also had a concussion.
Right.
And were being bled dry.
Right.
Now you understand a little bit more clearly what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
This feels great.
Yeah, I bet.
It also only lasts a moment.
Yeah.
Because after one good swallow, he throws you back and spits.
And her hand goes to her neck. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Um, hmm.
Are you an
He's-
idiot?
So as much as he had just pushed pushed himself away from her, he comes back on her with a hand on her shoulder
Okay.
and is up on her and says, "What games are you playing here, bitch?"
I'm not playing any fucking games. What? We are in a public fucking place. We are in eyesight of people. Why the fuck did you just try a feed on me?
The fuck are you going around pretending to fucking
I didn't pretend shit.
Okay.
I'm
you're
not
right.
playing a game
We're in
here,
public.
Remy.
We're in public. You're right. He backs off. Let's go somewhere more private.
Remy, listen. We can go somewhere private. Fine. I'm not playing any game. Look in my eyes. I'm not playing any fucking games. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm not playing some double shit for Henriette. I have had the worst fucking night of my life, and all I wanted tonight was to dance and get laid. So, like, that's all I got on me. I didn't think you'd have the fucking balls to feed on me in public. So, sorry if you caught me unaware.
Let's go somewhere.
All right.
Okay. And he just takes her outside of the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hop back to Roland and Anais for a minute. So you have these photos. You have an address. What do you do?
What's the date? What's the date on the metadata?
Yeah, it's about a week and a half ago. So if the raid... Oh, I have a calendar. Hold on. So the raid happened on September 12th. These were taken on the 17th.
Wonderful job, Anais. Absolutely wonderful job. My God. I'm absolutely in awe of your abilities. Now, we got hunting to do. As far as I'm concerned, we've got prisoners there. I'm going to see if I can't get them out.
True
You
facts.
don't have to come if you don't have to come if you don't want to. If you don't want to get into another scrape this early.
I don't really have anything more to do today, so I'm good for following.
All right. Are you armed?
Do you like my abilities enough to not kill Marie?
I need to. Your abilities could run out. You might want to conserve blood. Do you know how to use a weapon?
Of course I know how to use a weapon.
Which?
Let me check the character sheet because I don't remember. Let's see. I think Anais might have lied for a sec. She has to go back into like the recesses of her mind because she doesn't remember what kind of weapon she uses. Yeah, her weapon is her charms.
So Anais would also know that vampires are able to use their vitae, use their blood to enhance their physical abilities, their basic physical abilities. So you can pump your strength and dexterity just by burning blood, basically. High enough generation that if you know you're going into a fight, you might want to take a minute to prep. Hulk out, if you will, because it'll be harder to do on the fly.
Right.
But Roland wants to make sure that if she has a weapon, she isn't going to accidentally stab him because she doesn't know how to use it. That's more what he's thinking about.
No, I won't stab you. Too important for this.
Do you know how to use a gun? Do you know how to use a knife? Do you want my ghost beating stick?
I'll stick with the knife.
All right. Roland's going to give her his K-bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go. We're either going to be fighting or we're going to be tracking down or we're going to be tracking. Either way, game face on.
Do this.
Roland is going to, I don't know. Well, Roland believes Marie's burner phone is compromised. So he's going to call Istvan.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to tell Istvan to relay Marie an address.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to tell her, and he says, game face is on.
And Istvan just does just that. Before Marie leaves, he gets the text. Goes, Marie, it's Roland. There's an address here, and he says to bring your fangs.
All right then. And I like head out. I'm heading out. So I get the address and I start. Also, I had to like a store or something, and I just grab another phone or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's an all-night convenience store you can grab another burner phone from.
All right, cool.
No problem. It is in the Faubourg. Kind of almost. You might almost say on the outskirts of town.
All right. Where is it? What is it?
On the very, very west end of town.
All right, but what kind of place is it?
Oh, it's very residential. Lots of apartment buildings.
All right, I'm just going to use this background.
That's fine. Roland, did you want to text Jenny as well?
Yeah, sorry, I missed where you're just muted.
I do want it. I do, but only if we want to have that be her scene. If we don't want to, I don't want to cut the scene with Remy short. If that's going to be a good scene,
Jenny's gonna ignore it, so feel free to have sent it.
Yep.
All right,
that's fine.
Yeah.
That'll yeah. That'll be interesting in a minute. So, you all meet up at the address. It is 60s, 70s construction, so it's all kind of run down at this point. But, buildings are being kept up as well as you can. And it's, and the address is, in fact, an apartment building.
Okay.
What do you do?
I just wait for them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone gets there.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm scouting out. I'm looking at the. You'd say that it looked like it was in a basement.
Yeah, or something.
Are there any basement windows that open into an alley or anything like that?
Yes, actually. Yeah, they're small. They're just enough to let in some light. We've got bars over them.
All right. Well, I'm going to see if I can't get us in here.
And how are you? I mean, there's a door. There's yep, very much like that. Steps up to very short flight of steps up to a fairly wide stoop. The front door seems to be locked. But there are buttons up to the apartments. There's a list of names with mailboxes, or mail slits at least.
All right. Roland's going to look around. Are there any cops around?
No.
All right. He's going to pick the lock.
On the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Dexterity plus larceny.
4.
Awesome. So you pick the lock very handily and quickly enough that no one else seems to come by and notice what you're doing. And excuse me, you all have access now to the hall and the stairs that go up. There is no elevator. It's a walk up.
Well, it looked like it was in a basement, so I'm going to see if there's any access to a basement.
There is actually. There's a door. So imagine a fairly wide hallway. And after 2 apartments on the right, there are stairs that go up. And then on the left, there's a little bit of a space with 2, parallel to consecutive apartments. And then 2 more apartments along the stairs, along a little hallway. And then under the stairs, there's a door.
All right. Anais, I need you to pay as sharp attention as you can. We're in a hostile area and we don't know what exactly we're dealing with. All right. I'm going to go and see if we can't find where these prisoners are being kept. Listen out for anything. Keep your eyes and ears peeled.
Can I roll for something?
Yeah.
Just to get the layout.
Yeah. What kind of info are you looking for here?
Just vibes.
Yeah. That's totally legit. Roll me perception plus alertness. I assume you have heightened senses going?
Yeah, so
Difficulty.
I'm rolling for just alertness.
Yeah, perception plus alertness, difficulty 4.
Oh, perception, sorry, there was a glitch. Alertness. Difficulty 6.
4.
4. Okay. Where I got all successes.
So how many is that?
5.
Okay. So you hear the people in their apartments going about their lives. Couples talking about their days. There's a cat that just knocked over a houseplant, probably up on the 3rd floor. And you know that in the last apartment on the left, like right across from the door that you would expect to go down into the basement, someone is just standing in front of the door. Like not in the hallway where you are, but like in the apartment, someone is just standing, watching out the peephole.
Just like the people kind of watching, just casually watching, or
there is no one else in this lot, and they're just. I'm sorry, what was that?
So looking at people getting
Hey, can I have borrowed a firearm from Istvan on my way out? Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks. Just something small, like nothing like maybe just like a small semi-automatic or something.
You mean pistol, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
More or less. Yeah.
I left the minigun at home.
Yeah. A small semi-automatic rifle. Yeah. No. I'm sorry, Deanna. What were you saying?
Sorry, I got it mixed up. I always get things mixed up.
So what about
I was asking if he was watching.
What?
There's people, in their apartments, who tend to have, their windows open, tend to be, walking around naked. It'd be like that, you know. I didn't know.
Oh, it do be like that. It do be like that, if I may. And so, no, he's standing in front of his door, looking at the peephole into the hallway.
Okay, are we across from where we are, or?
So the door down into the basement is across from that.
Okay. Okay. Was that all that was detected?
I mean, that was the weird thing that was detected.
Okay. Yeah, I just relay the message to Roland. Hey, a little further away, there's someone, I think, watching us through a peephole lock somewhere near the basement area. Kind of creepy.
Good idea to have an observer on the. Good idea to have an observer to watch the entryway. All right, I'm going to stealthily and kind of crouch walk so that I'm not seen at the peephole over to the door. And you know what? It's Roland time. I really think it's Roland time. I am going to shove that door. I'm basically going to kick the door in. You know, on that guy. So.
All right. You have enough potence that can just happen. You kick the door in, and
knock, motherfucker.
You kick it in hard enough that all that happens is that the whatever is fixing the door closed just breaks out of the frame. And you hear poof as the door slams into him and knocks him back into the room. Oh, hi. Can I help you?
Oh God, what have you guys brought me into?
What is this this guy? Does it look like a mortal?
I mean, most vampires do, but yeah.
So I'm looking around his apartment, seeing if there's anything.
Give me
anything out of place. Like if this is like ghoul watching a door or something like that.
Yeah. Perception plus. Oh, I'm not going to make a roll for this. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place or particularly weird. He keeps it pretty tidy, it seems. You're not sure exactly what he's into. There's some generic, almost like waiting room magazines on his coffee table.
Did I just kick in the door of the biggest nerd?
Are you look that he stands up and he looks at you and he stops rubbing his nose, which is still bleeding, and puts his hands in his pockets. Is there someone you're looking for?
Jean.
Yeah, who are we looking for, by the way? Marie asks.
I'm assuming you're asking Yanais.
Yeah, I'm asking both of you.
Yeah, that's right. You haven't filled Marie in yet.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What are you guys doing? What are we doing? I mean, I've been trusting you so far, but this is starting to get a bit awkward.
This is starting to get awkward.
We're looking for beans.
You're looking for who?
Beans.
You're looking for themes? As in 8th grade book reports? What?
I hated those. I hated those so much.
For beans. And then she shows Murray the phone with all the beans contacts.
Oh, okay. Well then. Yeah, motherfuckers. Where is it?
You were
What are
watching
we-
that door. You were watching that door.
Sure, I'll watch the door. And I just keep my eyes out. I've got my
I'm asking the nerd.
He says, no, why would I be watching that door?
You were right behind your door, watching that door.
I don't think so.
Is he lying to me, or is he?
Give me a perception plus empathy check. Difficulty 6.
Four success.
There is something wrong with him. He is being as honest as he can be, but there's something weirdly dissociated about him.
He's got some mental juju, it seems like.
That would be one explanation.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right. All right. The time for subtlety is, well, it's long been over. And I'm going to shove open the basement door.
Okay. Snaps open.
All right. I'm going to peek my head down there.
It's a stairway down. There's a light switch.
Come on, we got to move. There might be people here that need our help. We need to move and clear this apartment now.
And the guy says, "Oh, you can't go down there. This only the super goes down there."
I'm the super. Shut up.
And we're going to pause that there for a moment. So, Jenny,
As they're walking out, Jenny's demeanor has clearly changed. And while she's still under the effects of the drugs, she's like fidgeting anxiously. And she's like, as they're like kind of out of earshot but not quite gone yet, you didn't like get enough to have like a blood control shit, right?
Well,
Please tell me you didn't.
I think I might have. Does that bother you?
Fuck.
I'm
Yes.
the one that's fucked by that.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that to you. That's fucked up. I didn't want that to happen.
Oh wow. Okay, look. You said you wanted to get high and fucked up, and
Yeah.
look, I mean, what's done is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
There's no reason we can't, continue the festivities.
I mean, you're right. And
look, I appreciate you caring about my what do the kids call it? My agency.
how fucking old are you, dude?
Old enough. Look,
Ugh.
that happened. Like
Yeah.
I drank.
I know.
And now for the rest of the night, I mean, hey, whatever.
That's a good point.
So, did you like that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you give a shit that I'm trans? If we're about to go
you mean
fuck in your
you're-
apartment,
Oh, no. No, that's
then let's have our fun for the night. Shall we?
okay. And he makes a move as to continue right there.
Bud, like, don't you have an apartment? Like,
Okay, fine.
no, trust me.
We'll do it your way. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
go.
into that too, but right now, super just want to get back to somewhere where I can figure out what we can do. Because if it never, yeah.
He will he says, okay, I got a car. Go. I just got to make a phone call.
Oh God, who are you? Yeah, whatever.
It's
I
no
don't
one
care.
you know. It's no one you know. Don't even worry about it.
Are you? Just don't. Please don't. Please keep this between us. I don't.
That just between us. I was
Thank
going to
you.
meet someone here. They can wait.
All right. Just. I'm trying to not get myself in trouble around here, and it feels like everything I do gets me in trouble. So just between us, everything just happened.
You will not come up in this conversation.
Perfect. Love that. Thanks.
He makes a phone call, and he says, "Hey, Freddie. Yeah. Sorry, I got a bail tonight. Something came up. Work. Fuck, man. You know what kind of work I do. All right. Look, I know you're in a tight spot, but you can wait at night. All right. Fuck. The less you go out, the better. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow. Promise. All right. Peace. Sorry, just a friend I'm helping out with some bullshit he got himself into.
All right. I mean, I would ask, do you need to go take care of that? But I think I know where your priorities lie tonight, and I do not blame you. Let's go.
You go back to his place, and he is amorous and solicitous.
Yeah.
And he moves to biting again.
I guess Jenny has no reason to stop him now, because now that that's happened and he's consented to it. Okay, so what is it? Has it felt like anything from Jenny's side since he drank from her the first time?
No.
No. Okay. So she has no indication that he didn't that. The consent was dubious, right?
No.
Okay, so then she wouldn't stop him.
Yeah. Jenny loses a blood point.
Okay.
And then she loses another blood point.
Okay, then she'll stop.
How?
Say stop and kind of push him off.
He doesn't go easily.
Okay. So then in that case,
give me a strength plus brawl roll.
Okay. Strength plus brawl.
Difficulty
yeah, all
6.
right. Yeah, difficulty 6. Yeah, okay.
And remember, your potence dice also
yes!
count.
Thank you for that. That might really save me. 1 success.
One sec here. I'm sorry, how many?
1.
Okay. He doesn't let himself be pushed off.
Okay. So then,
And you
going
lose 2 more blood points.
2 more. I don't have time to react before 2 more are gone.
Well, after 1, you said okay. After 2, you said that's a problem.
Yeah. So 2 stop. Two's the push.
Yeah. And then you tried to push him off.
Yeah, that was after 2.
Yeah. And then as he is holding on to Jenny, he takes 2 more.
Okay. All right. So then at that point, she will pull. Um. Okay. So can she entrance him?
Interesting.
I think it's reflex at this point. Like it's just the fear factor kicking in. And I think that would be it's the most recent discipline she's done, and it seems to be like
Yeah.
where she'd go to immediately.
What are you down to blood-wise?
Blood-wise, I am at 6.
Okay. And what is your self-control?
Self-control is 3.
And I just double check something real quick. The becoming disciplines presence. And is that including having spent a blood point to entrance Katerina?
No.
Okay.
Was not aware. No, wait, it is because. Yeah, it is because she fed in the bathroom and I didn't mark that up, so it's a wash.
Got it. Cool. So in that case, as it is, your action again. I also need you to make a self-control roll, difficulty 6.
Okay. Don't add anything to that. Just my 3 self-control, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 success.
Okay. Jean wants to throttle this guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jenny wants to throttle this guy too, but.
But given that, roll me. Yeah, let's do entrancement.
Okay.
Which is another blood point.
Yep. Sure.
And the difficulty is going to be
sympathy.
6.
Okay.
As much as there is being a vampire, you have an awareness, and you're concerned about what's going on, you're maybe a little scared about what's going on. You are still subject to the kiss, and it feels real good.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Four successes.
Oh, damn.
It's literally her thing. She's built for built for empathy plus appearance.
So what do you say to activate the entrancement?
So this is like getting somebody like under my control, right? That's activating the entrancement.
Yes. You bend others' emotions, making them willing servants.
Okay. Remy, this is gonna go real bad if you don't fucking listen to me.
And he stops and he says, I'm listening.
And she kind of shakes her head a minute. I understand you're older. You need to fucking learn consent. Back off.
But
I said stop, and I pushed you away. That should have been stop.
Oh.
Yeah, you fucked up.
You're right. Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Sorry.
Clearly it wasn't. So
I need
I'm
to
gonna
do
go.
with me another self-control roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Don't give me those. Lower difficulty, please. 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah.
Yep. I'm real fucking disappointed in you, man.
Yeah.
Yep. And Jenny puts her clothes back on and leaves.
Okay.
And at that point, she'll check her phone.
Yeah.
And at that point, she'll check her phone and say, fuck. How far away is she from where they said to meet her?
It's across the city. It'd probably be a half hour by metro.
Text back. I can get there in half an hour. Do you still need me?
Roland ain't answering his phone.
Yeah, I didn't know if any of them were, but I assume I assume this is a group text that we have going on.
There's also a text from Henriette.
Okay.
And she says, "For real, what's up with Remy?"
You busy?
She doesn't get back to you right away.
Okay.
I'm going to give that a minute. Do you?
I'll start. So I assume that Rose and that address are at least in the same general direction in the city.
From where you are?
Yeah.
Yes, you're actually
So
on the east end of town. The address is on the west end of town, and Hose is on your side of the river.
Okay, I'll start heading in that direction, walking, so that way whoever gets back to me first, like,
yeah,
just end it there.
Do. Okay, quick check-in. Are we all okay?
I think we are.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Okay. That went a direction that I was not quite anticipating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. Yikes. So, okay. Henriette does get back to you, and she says, I can make time for you. Where?
Sorry, I got my mouse lost. Rose or wherever.
She texts back, I'm feeling quiet tonight. And she texts you the address of a cafe.
Okay, head to the cafe. Assuming at that point. So Marie and Anais don't answer.
God dang this mute button. Anais probably like hears a buzz and like looks at it for a second. And then like tries to like text in like that fast sort of text, like, sure, that's fine, but it comes out in like weird like wording and whatnot. Hopefully she gets it because they're busy.
Right. Jenny will kind of stare at it for a second and be like, I think that's a no.
Speaking of going back to that apartment building, so you're headed down the stairs and get down there, and it is large. It is the, I mean, it's got, let's see, it's Europe, so there's no water boiler. There's, you know, equipment for heating. There's a workbench. There's some places with like chemicals and supplies stored. You know, what you would expect in the basement of an apartment building that doesn't have tenant storage.
Is this the place from the picture?
No. Give me a perception plus investigation. Difficulty.
Right.
Difficulty 6. It is not my fucking basement.
3 successes.
Well, so, you know, behind, you realize that one of the big pieces of equipment that is kind of like next to a furnace, basically, is not actually plugged in. And there are scuff marks on the floor.
Well, now it's no longer there.
Mm-hmm. And there's a door back behind it.
All right. I'm
The door is
assuming that's what kind of lock is it? Does it actually look like it's a solid deadbolt lock, or does it look like it's a flimsy door lock, like knob lock?
It has several deadbolts.
All right then. I'm spending a point of blood. This door is not going to be here anymore.
Nope. With a point of blood and your potence, it is now gone. And this is the room from the photos. There's a clawfoot tub in one corner that did not really appear in the photos. There is a couch. There's a bed with sheets that seem to have several very stubborn bloodstains. There's a television that's on. And there is a horrific smell. Because the woman in the 18th century garb is sitting on the couch with her hands folded on her lap. She's been placed there like a doll. The woman who had basically been in thrift store stripper wear is now in different thrift store stripper wear. And she's kind of carelessly thrown over the other arm of the couch like a forgotten toy. And on the bed, there is a rotting corpse.
Well,
all right. And I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna scan the room, see if there's anybody hiding, see if there's anybody trying to ambush us.
So, let's see here. Anais, roll me perception plus alertness.
What's the difficulty?
Let me look that up real quick because it's not there. Maybe it's here. There is a sidebar about this, and I am karmic sight, psychic assault. Here we go. 7.
7? Okay. I got 1 success.
Okay. You are confident that there is no one else here.
Okie dokie. Yeah, and he's like says, I don't feel anybody here. Save for the guy that he smashed his nose in. Or that corpse. I don't feel anything.
So you can confirm in your investigations that both of the people who are not rotting do in fact have stakes through their chests that have been whittled down to be flush with their bodies.
All right. All right, let's get out of here. We need to get these prisoners out now. I'm going to try and see if I can confirm who the corpse is.
Interesting idea. How would you do that?
Well, I mean, do they still have a face?
Yes.
Do I recognize the face?
No.
Does anyone else recognize the face?
No. No one recognizes this person.
Okay.
They are. No one here recognizes them. At least, I'm sure their family might.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And well, we do have these. All right. Let's go and pull these 2 prisoners out. Let's see if we can't get them evac'd, debriefed.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, I'm going to go and see if. I mean, I guess I'm just going to examine the corpse to see if I can find out how the corpse was killed, if it's even possible, or if the decay is too much.
That would be a pretty serious perception plus medicine roll.
Right. Diff 8 or 9?
Difficulty. I'll be generous. Difficulty 8. Okay. You know that this is a dead body. You're not sure what killed them, although you don't find any particular bruising. None of the bones seem to be broken.
All right. Yeah. So nothing obvious. No head caved in or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
All right. Well. Suppose we've got a problem here. I'm gonna let if Marie or Anais want to do anything, I'm gonna let them. I don't want to be monopolizing this scene.
I'm good.
And I just likes to watch, you know.
Oh my. So, and I'm sorry, you're getting the 2 apparent vampires out of here.
I mean, yeah, we got to get them out of here. I mean, I want to see if I can't get the other corpse out of here too. But make sure you keep watch. I don't know if that nerd might be calling reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to say that you get out of there all in one piece without any further trouble.
Mm-hmm.
The nerd actually, as he sees you come up from the basement, he says, "Hi, can I help you? You're looking for someone?"
Your mom.
And Marie just rolls her eyes at that.
Oh,
Well, we just found a bunch of people locked down in your basement, and we found a corpse. So I think we found everything we're gonna find.
Oh, no, you can't go down there. Only the superintendent is allowed down there.
Who is the superintendent? Give me his number right now.
Okay, and he does.
All right, great. Thank you. Can I just knock him out now?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, then I do that.
And
I steal his phone, just for...
And with the most bizarre getaway ever, we're gonna wrap for the evening. I do want to apologize for maybe not handling that one scene with Ermi and Genevieve the best, not giving any warning about it. That was a lot of improv, and as we say, we are playing monsters in this game. So sorry for not giving a heads up about that. But if there's anything else anyone needs, let me know.
Follow our
interest in it.
Patreon at patreon.com/Le Bordeaux You get to join our Discord. We send you little character bits. You get to do Q&As with the characters. It's lots of fun. Please follow us on Twitter at Al Bordeaux, which is AU_BORDEAUX. And follow us all on Twitter. I'm at the Wendy Nerd on Twitter. Everybody else want to give their Twitters?
Mine's in the session notes, the video notes on YouTube. So, yeah. And if you join us on Patreon or Ko-Fi, you get to find us on Discord too. So do that.
You get to join our Discord. So we love you all. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Night.
Have a nice night. Night.